Will the North Mississippi Mafia guys get their pardons?
That's going to be interesting. And I think Russ wrote an article about this, right? There has been connections with the Langstons and that whole crew, and Dickie Scruggs, I believe, to what's Joe Biden's brother's name?
Jim
Biden, yeah, or James,
Yeah.
but Jim Biden, yeah.
James. I'm sorry, James.
And for going back to like
one or the other.
before the Scruggs scandal,
Yeah.
I think I read an article in the Washington Post like a year ago. They were going to open a lobbying firm in Oxford, like James or Jim Biden, whatever his name is, and I think Dickie were going to do that, or the Langston, one of them. There was an article about that. So they've had long-standing connections, and I bet you could see that. That to me is very likely that can happen shortly.
Yes, it's going to be interesting. I'm actively pulling for them if they're corrupt to not get their pardons.
I don't want them to get a pardon. I'll tell you why. I feel like they embarrass the entire. This is another thing when I get so angry about Jody Owens and all this stuff. I think they put a black mark on the judicial system, that people already don't trust it. And then you do stuff like this, and
it's a black eye.
Yeah, it's a black eye on it. And people people have to have confidence in our justice system for it to work properly. And when they don't, because they see crap like that or crap like Owens, I mean, it's just it causes problems for everybody.
Look, I different but same. When I was in the nightclub business, there was a big rash of people getting drugged and raped at bars around Jackson for a little while. Out at, I don't remember what it was called at the time, but it was that building where it's been the Electric Cowboy, it's been rodeos, the big building out on Ridgewood.
Sure.
There was a lot of people that were getting drugged, and there were accusations of rapes, and girls had woke up in broom closets.
Yeah, I remember hearing all that stuff. Yeah.
And there's all kind of stuff. And I remember specifically calling out the owner at the time. I was like, hey, this is a black eye on all of us, that you can't control people getting drugged at your bar.
Yeah.
This ain't hard, by the way.
No.
Yeah, because it looked like, it was an inside deal. Sure. Now, I'm not saying it was, these allegedly, but I mean, they moved to putting tops on drinks. And at some point in time where the women had to pay attention and not accept drinks from guys. You know what I mean? Like you got to take some ownership of that yourself. It's not security's job to watch for people, in theory, to watch for people putting drugs and drinks. Like every customer, you just can't do it. You got 1,000 people in a bar, you can't do that. But when the rumor is that it's your damn staff doing it, it's a black eye on all of us. So I was the same way. I mean, because I was like, man, because now you're bringing the eye of law enforcement down on all of us.
And you're hurting you're hurting your business. Like that's that's your livelihood.